Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Grace.
Hello, Grace, and a very warm welcome to all our wonderful listeners around the world. I'm Peter. It is so good to be here with you today. How are you doing today, Grace?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. Thank you. I have my cup of tea, the sun is shining, and I am very excited about our topic today because it is going to change the way our listeners learn vocabulary forever.
Wow, forever. That is a big promise. What is the big secret today, Grace?
Today, we are going to tell you to stop doing something. If you want to speak fluently, you need to stop memorizing long lists of single English words.
Stop memorizing single words? But Grace, if I do not memorize words like cat, dog, run, and fast, how can I ever speak English?
That is a perfect question, Peter. Many students use flashcards to learn hundreds of single words. But what happens when you go to a real party or a real job interview? You know the words, but you still cannot speak. Your brain completely freezes.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. My brain freezes because I am trying to build a sentence word by word. I have to think about the vocabulary, and then I have to think about the grammar, and it takes so much time. By the time my sentence is ready, the other person has already walked away.
Exactly. Building a sentence word by word is like building a house with tiny little bricks while someone is waiting for you to finish. It is exhausting. So instead of learning single words, you should learn chunks.
Chunks? Like a chunk of chocolate cake? I love chocolate cake.
I love cake too, Peter, but no, not cake. In language learning, chunks are groups of words. They are phrases or sentence starters that always go together. You learn the whole group as one single piece of vocabulary.
Oh, I see. So instead of learning one word, I learned 3 or 4 words that are already connected together. How does that help me speak faster?
Because chunks are ready to use. You don't have to build the sentence or worry about the grammar. You just open your mouth and use the whole chunk. It makes you sound very natural, and it gives your brain extra time to think of your next big idea.
This sounds like magic. They are like shortcuts for fluency. Can you give me an example of an English chunk, Grace?
Of course. Let's imagine you are talking to a friend, and they say something very smart. If you study single words, you might try to learn the word point. But in a real conversation, just saying point sounds strange.
Yes, it does. So what should I say instead?
Instead of learning the single word point, you learn the whole chunk. That's a good point.
That's a good point. Wow, that sounds so natural. I don't have to think about the verb is or the article a. I just say the whole phrase.
Exactly. Let's do another one. Sometimes you are trying to explain your feelings, and you want to ask if the other person understands you. Instead of just learning the word mean, you should learn the entire chunk. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I hear native speakers say that all the time. They say it so fast, it almost sounds like one long word.
Yes, because to a native speaker, it is one word in their brain. They are not building the grammar. They are just using a ready-made chunk.
This makes so much sense, Grace. Before we talk about a few more of the best everyday chunks our listeners can use, I think this is the perfect time to ask our amazing audience for a small favor.
Yes, we do. If you are enjoying this episode and learning how to unlock your English fluency today, please take one tiny second to click the subscribe button to our channel. Subscribing is completely free, and it means you will never miss a fun lesson with us.
Absolutely. And please click that like button. Give us a big thumbs up. It helps our podcast grow so much, and it helps other English learners around the world find these tips so they can stop translating and start speaking.
And if you have a friend who struggles with memorizing vocabulary, please share this episode with them. Learning together is always better. Thank you so much for your wonderful support, everyone.
Okay, Grace, let's get back to these amazing shortcuts for fluency. We have, "That's a good point," and "You know what I mean?" What are some other great chunks I can use when I need a little bit of time to think?
Filling the silence is very important in conversation. If someone asks you a difficult question, you should never panic. You can just use the chunk, "Let me see."
Let me see.
That is brilliant.
It gives my brain 2 or 3 seconds of free time to plan my real answer, and I sound completely natural doing it.
Exactly. Or if someone tells you a surprising story, instead of just standing there quietly, you can use the chunk, "That's interesting."
That's interesting. It is so much better than just saying good or nice.
It really is. When you have a pocket full of these chunks, you never freeze in a conversation. You just pull one out and use it.
I feel so relieved, Grace. I am going to throw away my old vocabulary lists today. I am only going to learn phrases from now on. Let's do a very quick review of this lesson so our listeners can remember the secret to fluency.
Great idea. The big secret today is to stop memorizing lists of single words.
Because building sentences word by word is too slow, and it makes you freeze in real conversations.
Instead, learn English chunks. Chunks are groups of words or sentence starters that you learn together.
They act like shortcuts for fluency. Because they're ready to use, you don't have to think about grammar.
And finally, using chunks makes you sound natural and gives your brain extra time to think of what to say next.
Fantastic! You can use phrases like, "That's a good point." "You know what I mean?" "Let me see." And "That's interesting."
You are a perfect student, Peter. And to all of our brilliant listeners, you can do this too. Communication is not about being perfect. It is about connecting with people. These simple phrases will help you feel safe and confident every time you open your mouth.
They really will. Well, Grace, look at the time. It always goes by so fast when we are sharing these fun English secrets.
It certainly does. We want to say a massive thank you to everyone for listening today. We love helping you build your confidence so that you can navigate the real world in English. Yes, we do. And before you close the podcast today, we have some special homework for you. We want you to practice right now. Yes, please go down to the comments section below and tell us, what is one English chunk you use all the time, or one new chunk you learned today?
Try to write your favorite group of words in the comments. We cannot wait to read all of your wonderful answers and chat with you down there. It is a fantastic way to practice.
Thank you all so much for listening today. Keep practicing, stop memorizing single words, and have a beautiful day. See you next time on Everyday English.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care and happy learning.